Well, I'm Josh Taerk, born and raised in Toronto, Canada, and I'm a singer-songwriter. My earliest memories are of my dad coming home and all of us going into the living room, hanging out together, just kind of decompressing from our day, but we would do it to the backdrop of my parents' favorite records. So we would listen to Springsteen and Elvis Costello and Hall & Oates, and we would have this family time, and very quickly I associated this music with togetherness and with sharing and connection and happiness and love. The process of making my music and building my brand, it changes every time I come out with a new album, even a new song, every time I get up on stage and perform, because I'm a different person than I was the last time that I did any one of those things. The process of making Here's to Change, it was incredible, and it was a completely new experience for me because the undertaking of that record was like nothing I'd ever done before. I was really used to going into the studio and you would build tracks incrementally. So you'd get a drum track that you really liked, and then you'd put a bass track on top of it, and you got all the guys playing these amazing parts, but it was all like, okay, I'm gonna come into the studio, I'm gonna listen on headphones, and I'm gonna make the best track that I can. And with Here's to Change, I really wanted to get back to that feel of everybody in the room together, building the track, no click track, no electronics, just us listening to each other, feeding off of the energy, and figuring out the song as we went. And so that was the most phenomenal experience I've ever had. So the song I just performed was Learning to Let Go, and it's a really special song for me. One, because it's the lead single off of my new EP called Stages, but it was also the first song that I co-wrote with my producer Teddy Morgan. So I can remember the two of us deciding, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna write a song. And coming into the studio that day, and it was just this really special moment of the two of us being in the same place mentally and emotionally at the same time. Growing up in Toronto and being a musician here, it's an incredible thing because the music industry in Toronto is really cool, and it always feels like it's still developing and it's still creating its identity, which is really cool. The one thing I will say though is that the greatest part about the industry these days is that you can be from anywhere, you can base yourself out of anywhere. You put something out on the internet and you can connect with people all over the world. And that's been an incredible thing for me because touring and recording in the States, I can still connect with my fans here in Canada. I can still put music out there and people in the UK can listen to it. And so you still have that connection no matter where you are and no matter where your career or life takes you. The best advice that I can give any artist in this industry or any other that they want to go into is that you've got to do what speaks to you, and you've got to be authentic to the kind of music, the kind of visual art, whatever it is that speaks to you and that really drives you, because that authenticity is going to carry you through your career, and that's going to find you your audience in your congregation, the people that you want to speak to and the people that will be there through the entire career that you have.